Well, this is not at all what we had expected. Big snowstorm come in last night, yesterday. Dropped, I don't know, maybe at least 4 to 6 inches of snow on the ground. So we planned on loading everything up last night and then leaving this morning, but that apparently didn't work so well. So I loaded stuff in the house. I got it organized and then packed it up this morning. Slipped in a little bit late, but this is 2013 muzzleloader hunt, so day number 1. Hopefully in about 4 or 5 hours we'll be in the woods. Take a look around. Still snowing. And it's still snowing. That is correct.
The wise, the perfectly wise man is the one who...
It is really snowing now.
Holy shit, what the hell happened?
Yep, 2 miles from our exit, and we hit virtual whiteout, which is going to make hunting this afternoon, a difficult one. We may have to pull the portable blind out into the woods and set it up and hunt like such. And here comes our exit. Exit 190, Standish, Gladwin, the heart of Gladwin County, the home of Nomad Outdoors, for our adventures, shenanigans. Good day.
And we're off.
How do you know it's up north hunting? 94.5 the Moose.
Oh, I thought it was because it was scrambling.
This is what?
Scrambling.
Scrambling?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that too, huh?
We do that a lot.
Yeah, well, it's 3:20. We got some kind of redneck setup that we're going to try. I'm going to throw I'm towing a small 4x4 trailer. I'm going to park that right on the ridge. I got some support poles I'll throw on it, throw the pop-up over the top of it, and some jack stands. Take me about 10 minutes.
Hit some jack and we won't get any hunting done.
Yeah, and then that should be it. We should be solid as a rock. But, well, we'll give it a shot. Muzzleloader tonight only. No tree stands, no bow and arrow. So, we'll see what happens. Being that we scrambled, basically we got guns, backpacks, camera, hunt licenses. That's all we need. So, gonna give it our best shot. Ready there, JerBear?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Let's hope nobody else is back there, huh?
Oh, come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. There wouldn't be nomads without people being back there. All right. We're gonna give it our best shot. So, Nomad Outdoors comes up with a Extremely innovative idea. Already a hasty stand. Goes up quick, sets up fast. So, JerBear finally made a hunt. Although he chose to pick the worst time of the year. We easily got 6 to 8 inches of snow on the ground. Sitting on our little hasty blind. We do have some tracks on the ground. Of course, we have car tracks up and down the road too, but not much you can do about that on state land. So, camo looks pretty good from the outside. So, it's about 4:15. Got about an hour and 15 minutes. So, we did get a night hunt in. Anything to say there, JerBear?
It's cold.
Man of many words. It's cold, he says. They're right on the trail, right in the road. Here they go. There's 2 doves. It's like 4 minutes to 5. Saw the video. We just had 2 does walk through. As busy as this road is, these deer have been crossing the same spot over and over again. So at least we got JerBear. We got him up and got his gun up. Got on a couple of deer. They're working around the backside of us right now, so see if anything comes out with them. It's just a doe and a fawn. So, what do we see? 5 tonight? Uh-huh. You're live on Nomad Outdoors. Mr. Personality.
Chicks watch this show, man.
Yeah. Pick up some chicks.
Well, I mean,
Don't want to get them in any trouble.
well, chick, you know, like she's a chick, so yeah, chicks like, come on, good, wholesome women watch this show.
Freaking cold. But those first 2 come through at 16:54. And then
military man.
when after we saw the second 2 come through, I looked at my watch and it was 5:17.
Did 2 go through first, and
2
then
went
3,
through first, and then
2
the
and then
3.
2?
The 2 came through first, and then 3 came through about 10-15 minutes later.
And was that like 2 yearlings, fawns?
It looked like a doe and a fawn. They're decent. I mean, that's the one that we had on video, so a decent body
Yeah,
deer.
the first one looked like it was a good sized one, and then
Yeah.
and then the next 3, was it the same? It was
No,
larger or
it
2
was-
smaller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larger,
Okay.
2 smaller.
So
Yeah.
we kept telling him, I go, watch, man. If there's a buck that's going to trail these, he's going to come through. Follow that same trail, follow that same run, but nada. A lot of fresh tracks on the way out too, like from moving around tonight along
they
the
gotta
Ridge
be-
Road.
Spending their daytime in the pines and maybe going down that swamp to bed at night.
And that's what I'm
Because
thinking.
it's
They're
lower. and they've got cover all around them. They can root down into them weeds, and you'll never see a thing.
That's what I told him. I said I think they come out of those pines, stop on the ridge to do some browsing, and then go up the ridge and go down on the backside because it's out of the wind.
Right.
So they don't want to stay up on that ridge too long because the wind's whipping and it's cold. So they come out of the pines, go up, and then drop back down. On their backside.
I was thinking about this on the way up. I thought, you know what? They're going to want to be somewhere where when the sun first comes up, it hits them right away. So I thought, you know what? I wonder if we looked and found which way that ridge faces. If it faces
east.
Yeah, because that'd be.
Yeah.
They get the first sun.
Get up here and warm themselves up.
So there's two things. They'd want that heat, and of course they'd want the wind in their face. But
13 degrees.
They want a balmy 13 degrees wind up their nose holes.
But that's not. I mean, we kind of talked about it at work. It's like, there's a ton of different places we can go. We can go. If we wanted to play the game, we could go all the way back to No Man's Land like we did for gun season. But I think the hunting pressure is definitely diminished because it's.
Oh yeah.
It's I think Muzzleloader ends
Friday.
It ends this week, so these guys, this was their last ditch effort for Muzzleloader.
Yep.
These
out of towners. Yep.
These crossbowmen, they have no clue what they're getting into with late season. If you're not a late season bow hunter, they have no clue. They're not coming out. It's going to be your die-hard hunters, and now we're back to, your bow hunters. These guys that have done late season, they know what it's like, and man, only the brave people go out.
Well, you know what? You talked about those first two doe moseying around, and that we know that ridge it's an oak ridge. That's what we call it, the oak ridge, and they're there. So they've got to be feeding somewhere, and right now that's their big. Even the bucks. I mean, I know the bucks are still waiting for that secondary rut to come along, but which would be around now. But still, they're pretty depleted from the first one. Yep. So they're either going to be. Hopefully, they're either chasing them does, and who knows? Maybe it's just a bad timing. So maybe if we think, okay, well those does came through at 5 o'clock this time. Well, what time did they come from? So it made, and then thanks for the snow, because now it's just maybe give us an easier tracking job.
Yep.
So instead of just going, this is where we saw them. Well, let's go see where they came from, and try to backtrack. Hopefully tomorrow, and when we get back out, maybe there's tracks going both ways. Now we know their corridor.
I could have swore they were going to circle around us and come around back behind us. But remember, I went out there. He was up here. You and him went for bow season. You guys went in the way back past the gate, and then I went and walked the opposite direction. And I told you I bumped that one out of there. That
parking spot, the other side of the parking spot.
I told you I bumped that one. It was big body deer all alone. Probably could have been a good chance it was a buck. I don't want to go that far back because it's tricky to get back there. I mean, it's not tricky, but to remember where your stand is and where your not stand is. But to go, we know where the ridge is. We know there's not a lot of hunting pressure. So if we go 50 yards on this side of the ridge in the pines, 50 yards on that side on the other ridge back in the hardwoods, and then set somebody up on the point there, that's triangulating them. They're not getting through there without somebody getting a shot. Mm-hmm. And if he's bow hunting, he goes doe or buck. I'll go back on the opposite side, depending where we go. I'll go with my muzzleloader. Maybe I'll go with my bow. I brought it up with me.
Can carry both out with you. It all comes down to what you're shooting it with.
Yeah. So I forgot that he had bought a combo tag. I asked him, I go, you got a gun tag? He's like, nope, I got some bow hunting. And he's like, but I bought a combo license. I go, you're good.
I was doing the bills last night, and I always take everything out of my wallet, and to make sure I don't put stuff in between my, Sam's Club card or something like that. And I got out my Myers sleeve that holds my licenses, and I reached in and pulled out, and I looked at it, and it said turkey. And I was like, I've been hunting deer all year with no goddamn license. Are you kidding me? I'm like, oh my God. I was on the phone with my mom. I go, I've been hunting illegal every year. I always buy. I use my tax returns to only buy one thing, my whole year's licenses. There it is. I'm like, get this turkey license out of here. This is no good to me.
We saw some turkey tracks on.
Of course you did.
I'm
surprised they didn't conga.
Not out there. Not out on the ridge. We saw them on the side of Cedar Lake Road.
Okay.
Over by where the boat camp
like I said, I'm surprised they didn't see a conga line of turkeys just dance right in front of you.
You know how I am about that ridge, but I think that ridge is our best bet. And I think before the gate. I don't think we have to go past the gate.
Well, no.
There's track. I mean, I already know. I already walked it. I already saw tracks up and down it from today, because it snowed like
traveling
the Dickens yesterday.
Is it travel on the road?
No, they're crossing the road.
Okay, yeah.
Down there by them pines. That's what I told him. 50 yards back in the pines, find a nice stand. They give you a nice clear shot. We'll have a run because the snow's there. So the only drawback is you're going to have tracks going back to your stand, but we're at minimal hunting pressure. So, you know, maybe nobody will actually get out of their truck, go to steal a stand out of there. And I'll go throw up a stand on the other side. And if you want to set your pop-up right there on the ridge, and that's it.
Oh.
We'll come and visit with you.
Yeah, come on in.
Cold.
Hey, fellas, come on in.
But I tell you what,
the
gig that we set up with that trailer today, we got that obviously I'm talking for the Nomad fans, that 4x4 trailer with them poles, we wheeled that thing out there, parked it, and I shimmed it up with some jack stands, put him in it to test it out first. I know what we forgot.
What?
The logs.
Oh, they're still there?
Yeah.
Do you have it balanced on?
Well, I had logs in there blocking in the tires because that was the gig. It
Probably a good idea.
Wanted to roll down the hill.
Found
But we
out
got
why
that.
it was so difficult for you to pull it down, huh?
Yeah, it was a little tricky to get it
there.
unburied. I'm like, what am I stuck in a rut?
Yeah.
I'm stuck on some
He's
logs.
an old rut.
But that worked out great. That camper pulled it up there, disconnected it, put the jack stand in the front, put 2 jack stands in the back, shimmed up the tires, threw that pop up over the top of them poles. Man, that was.
Now, did you go
Nice.
out with the door off, or did you leave the door on?
With the door on. We had to.
Okay.
It was a little bit of you had to do a little karate move to swing your leg over the top. But I'm glad that we did, because when that wind was blowing, it was that wood was nice to
right
be
in there. Yeah.
But nice little heater. Oh, would have been all set in that thing. But it's nice because you could go out there, you could drag it behind the truck, set it up, and you are good to go. It took me what? 10 minutes?
Probably by the time he come back from parking
Yeah,
the truck,
I was
it
actually waiting
done.
for him. When I broke down,
Good deal.
he walked down to get the truck. I was waiting down on the trail for him when he came back up with the truck. Ford F-150 2004, super quiet. That thing came creeping down the trail. I saw the lights, but when he come riding up to me, I'm like, I like my truck. It's nice and quiet. Not like that Dodge that has that whining noise that comes out of it.
What whining noise? What are you talking about?
I don't know what the hell that is. All right, I think we're
Gonna have some more pop.
Signing
chunky
off.
chicken noodle soup. I got some crackers.
Oh, got it. Right.
We'll see you Nomad fans in the later morning. Just so you know, moon time is midday, so we're gonna sleep in.
Right.
Out. All right, so this is Nomad Outdoors later in the evening. JerBear is in his #1 typical position, hunched over.
Really? I'm not, though,
Some
because I just
Oh.
got this video game, so
Yeah.
that is
Say
highly
hi,
mistaken.
say hi to the
sir.
Nomad fans.
He's been.
I should just start.
And then
Yeah,
there's the JerBear.
I've kind of noticed he hasn't been.
GreyBear.
You really got to eat something. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're
And,
not. You're speaking in tongues, literally.
And then, oh, look who's watching over our temperature. What's his name?
Roogie Rabbit.
Roogie Rabbit and Shitty Squirrel. What's his name?
Shady.
What do we call him?
Lady.
Squiggly Squirrel.
Stupid. No, what was it?
There's our temperature. It's bad. Bad. That's outside right there. 13.1 and dropping. There's an arrow next to it. And this means more snow. There's our barometric pressure. And oh look, it's 70 degrees in the camper. That's nice. Oh, 26% humidity inside, 23 outside.
Just because I have warm hocks doesn't mean you can come snuggling in tonight.
Yeah,
If,
the warm hocks.
Watch your stuff.
You gotta have a buddy with warm hocks.
Gotta have. If you got a partner who's got some.